Hi, this is how you create a Facebook event. Bearing in mind that Facebook changed their layout and the ways that they do things fairly regularly. So this will be how you do it right now, but that could change. So you come to your Facebook page and you go across to, once you're on the page, you go across to Professional Dashboard. Once you've clicked on that, scroll down on the left-hand side and go to Events. Once you've come to this page, scroll on the right-hand side to Create an Event or Create Event. And then here you can give your event its name. You can set the start date and time and end date and time. That works if you are doing a one-off event and it's on the same day. You do have the options further down to repeat the event where you can schedule regular events in. So I'm going to go through these fields for Welcome to XR as an example, which is a weekly event on a Tuesday. It's on a 24-hour clock, so make sure you scroll right down if your event is in the evening. I'm not going to set the end date and time here because it is a recurring event, so I'll do that section in a bit. It's online, so you choose virtual. It will ask you, it won't let you get past this point. If you've chosen virtual, you need to put your Zoom link in or your registration link in. So paste your link in. If you don't know about XR's own link shortener, you can find that at xrb.link. You do need a Mattermost account to be able to use it, but you can put in your long link, shorten it, and it gives you an XR link. So find your details, the description of your event, and add them in here. Once you've entered the information and it's looking the way that you want it to look, you can then go to Add Co-hosts. It's always best if you can to add co-hosts requests for the nations and regions as a sort of most basic level. XR UK Facebook, make sure you pick up the main Facebook page for XR UK. The XR UK Talks and Trainings co-host request with them as well. And you can find a list of all of the Extinction Rebellion main Facebook pages. That document spreadsheet is linked in various different places in Telegram headers for Rebellion broadcast and movement broadcast, and in the headers on the Mattermost channels. So have a look around and you will find that list. But you can just start typing extinction and it'll start to bring up a list of all of the different groups. Sometimes it's a bit trial and error. Sometimes it's easier just to search for their Facebook page. So as an example, if I go to a new tab and then just type in Facebook and go to the main Facebook website, and then search Facebook up here for Extinction Rebellion groups. So there's Scotland, for example. And if I pick up Scotland by clicking on it, what I'll then get is the name of the group here. And I can see how it's named, Extinction Rebellion Scotland. And I can either pick that up by copying it. So here, so I've clicked on the group, and you can see up here in the address bar, I can just pick up XR Scotland from there and paste that in, for example. Or I could probably just search for Extinction Rebellion Scotland. So there's a variety of different ways of finding these Facebook pages that you want to request co-hosts with. It's a way of making sure that your event gets spread around the movement and gets publicized in as many places as possible. Once you've added a co-host, unfortunately, you could only do these one at a time. So if I pick up Southwest Britain, you can see that there's a pending request, and that will be showing as accepted if Southwest Britain accept it. And then I just keep adding individual co-host requests, and then they'll just show up in the list here. If I go to repeat event, here is where I can set my frequency. So if I pick that up and say weekly, it's given me an end date of the 16th of January. And of course, I did my start date as the 9th of January. So it's assuming that that's just 1 week. So if I pick that up, so you can set your end date whenever you want it to be. I'm going to run this until the end of March, and then set myself a reminder to come back in and set the others. And the reason I'm doing it that way is because currently on our Action Network events, we have it set up, scheduled until the end of March. So I'm going to match the Facebook events to our Action Network events. Make sure you set your end time. And then you've got this new option, communication settings, where you can change a few of the default settings if you want to. I'm not going to fiddle with those. And then, of course, the other thing you can do is you can change your picture so that you've got a dedicated graphic to go with your event as opposed to the generic one that's on your Facebook page. So simply go to edit, go to upload, make sure you have that image stored on your computer. So I'll just go and find that one. Should be in Welcome to XR. There's the image, and it just adds it in. And that's it. I'll come back and do all of the other co-host requests. So if I create the event now, Facebook does take a little bit of time to set up an event. If you're creating from new, once it's created it and you make any edits to it, then it seems to speed up a little bit. And there's the event created. And then here are all of my dates. And if I want to come back to this event and add more dates or edit any of the information, I can just come here to edit. And then that picks up that same window where I can then make any changes. And that's it. That's how you create an event on Facebook. And thanks for watching.